Happy Saturday! Happy Mother's Day, MeiMeis! What's up, what's up, what's up? Honey, the Empress is in the building. Happy Diva Day to all the mothers in the house, honey. This is our anthem, honey. How's everybody doing? You gonna wait for everybody to get up in here? Honey, you gonna wear some Wonder Woman for Mother's Day. Honey, it changed the world. Big snaps out to all of my mothers in the house, honey. What's up? Honey, Wonder Woman, honey. If you a mama or diva, anybody, honey, you a Wonder Woman when you got kids, baby. What's up, everybody? We gonna wait for some more MeiMeis. What's up, Miss Shirley, Miss MV, Miss K, Fred, Drama? What's up, girl? How did Jeremiah plays on Miss Bunny's in the house? Happy Mommy's Day, honey, girl. No, honey, this Grand Diva Day. Oh, my song, honey. This should be my song in club. Because you know, this is in the club and everything. Honey, gotta bring the doors out. Okay. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday. Girl, hug, honey. We getting up there, honey. Mama's getting up there. I got like 800 and almost 50 subscribers. Girl, we 150 off for making it 1,000. Honey, Wonder Woman Day today is happening all over the world, honey. So I'm here to celebrate all the mothers. I'm one. And all the mothers that did not birth children but do have children that are either in the spirit world or also children are not your own. Happy Grand Diva Day today. I hope you all enjoy yourselves tomorrow on your special days. Remember to dress up, look good, girl. Show them, come outside and sock it to them hoes. It's like mother is here, okay? Mother has arrived. Come in there, just swirl in the room. Hello, children. How y'all doing? Happy Mother's Day to everybody, honey. Well, what you have come here for, honey, we're going to get into this long ballad, girl. It is definitely not it is not doing anything as far as I am concerned to make me unhappy with this drama. It really isn't. It is definitely delivering on all levels of acting, honey. I have to say the last few episodes had me rolling. They really did. So the con is, we over in Conville, over at the con's house with him and his crazy ass woman that he got. Now I understand why he said I can't stand looking at her face. Every time I see her face, it's screw face. Because that bitch got a screw face, y'all. Her face stay pressed. She stay pressed looking constantly. But honey, this heifer is turning into a true villain. And baby, let me tell you, she trying to do everything to get her son on that throne, but this shit finna backfire. Can't you feel a backfiring coming on? If you can't see it, I don't know how. Anyway, they did turn around and get the little flower that they needed to stop everybody in the eagle from an eagle's tribe or the eagle's squad or set or whatever from getting sick with the plague. So that worked out really right. Miss MeiMeis, I told y'all either she was going to be able to talk her way out of that shit or she was going to go down with the shit. Well, our girl did not go down with the ship. She basically let everybody know the truth, which I'm so glad she changed her mind to then burning all of the stuff that they needed, the medicine that they needed to be able to stop everybody from getting sick with the plague. So she did do the right thing as far as that was concerned. And her man is out there. She got there to get a man better, but her man is out there trying to find out what's going on with the con. And I'm hoping that he don't get killed because, honey, I'm on pins and needles when it comes down to that other friend of Hassan's getting caught snooping around trying to find out what's going on with the con. And I got a funny feeling he going to end up getting caught, y'all. Anyway, and also, too, now we got Hassan. They did their thing on the battlefield and caught up our bear tribe. I told you that dude displays as the bear tribe leader look like my Aunt Margaret. Every time I see him, I like this Aunt Margaret. But it's just his looks of him being conniving that remind me of her so much. But honey, he ended up getting caught, and Hassan took care of his ass. And honey, he took care of his ass in the best way. I love that scene when they killed that little fat bitch. I really did love it. Okay, what's up, Brenda? How you doing? Thank you, honey. And I could not believe. I was really, really happy that the emperor with his fat ass came in and supported our girl when they were trying to marry her off to the Khan's other son by the our pressed wife and head lady over in Conville. Okay, now when it comes down to that, we all know if that girl would have got married over to them, they were gonna treat that girl just as terrible as possible. And what I'm having a problem with is that everybody knew that that lady, the wife of the Khan, really ain't a nobody. She ain't got no real power. Ain't nobody respecting her like that. But yet, no one is questioning, not even her son. My daddy spent his whole life telling me not to fuck with you. Now all of a sudden you handling everything. Don't nobody find that that's kind of weird and shit? That's the only thing about the common sense part in here that's pissing me off a little bit about this drama, is that for them to have such wise moments in this drama, when it comes down to them actually getting to be wise in certain areas, they get real fucking stupid and slow. And I don't understand how you put them two together. Ain't nobody like, God ain't never fuck with this bitch. Now all of a sudden she in charge of everything. Get the fuck out of here, man. Something's up. Get back. Somebody muff this bitch out the way and let's go see the Khan ourselves. I don't understand what's going on. But I think the son now is beginning to say, yeah, my mama's up to some bullshit. I knew how son was going to figure it out like that. You know what I'm saying? But what's getting me is the slow parts in this. Because they had parts that they could have literally, the director could have took this home. And the part I'm talking about is when our boy Hadu, first of all, when dude told old girl that I only think of you as a sister and broke her fucking face, and she thinking that he was gonna stand up for her in this challenge that they weren't gonna marry her off unless somebody won this competition or whatever, which was a good idea or whatever. But what had me dying was the fact that they was like, everybody's taking their time trying to stand up for this girl. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I would have thought Hadu would have jumped into action. Because that bitch was ear hustling when they were in the room. And he said there told that girl, I only think of you as a sister. You knew it. As soon as that dude walked outside and Hadu was standing there, I was dying laughing. I'm like, dude wins the award for ear hustler of the motherfucking year. Because you were fucking standing somewhere listening to every things that girl had to say. I was like, what did I do at when they was in the room talking like this motherfucker got to be around the corner, standing by the door, listening to a window. That motherfucking ear just has bioticness, just all around corners and shit. He hear every fucking thing. And Lord behold, his ass was standing right outside on the porch. I said, this motherfucker was ear hustler of the year award goes to our boy Hadu inside of the long ballot. Okay. But I wish the director would have took the initiative to make Hadu cold in this part. Like, I'm coming to get my bitch. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Everybody else got knocked the fuck out. But when he came, all they had to do was make that part instead of having Miss Dalreba having to beg son to go and save her and be a part of the competition. I'm like, what the fuck is that about? Everybody knows if he wins, he's got to marry her. So hell no, I would have been outside. I'm not doing that shit. You're not gonna get me caught up in this fucking goddamn shit show. No. And I don't blame Hassan for sitting up there saying, no, I ain't doing all of that. It's enough guys around here that can fight for her ass. You're not gonna have me caught up where I gotta marry your fucking sister. No. And it ain't gonna go out like that. And he stood his fucking ground. He really did. But I just hated how the director did that, as if this girl was so desperate and just so pitiful that she couldn't find anybody to fight for her. And everybody knows, all us as viewers know, that Hadu is like that. This is his time. Boy, get out there and do your thing. This is the time. You know what I'm saying? It was so fucking stupid to me. I'm like, why they got her just looking like the loneliest bitch on the planet that don't nobody want to fight for? I was really kind of disappointed with that. But anyway, I do got out there and I was like, he was handling that motherfucker. He was handling him, honey. I was like, get him, boy, get him, go get that girl, kick that motherfucker ass. But honey, the con son, he had a little bit of fight in that motherfucker. I was like, shit, when all else fails and technique goes out the window, honey, bite a bitch. Bring a bitch, do something, hit a bitch with a chair. Whatever it takes to win. I don't fight fucking goddamn fair. I fight dirty. Fuck it. You understand? But baby, that little loud mouth, little badass little brother of hers, that little honey, there's times that you need that relative with that wicked ass mouth. And honey, did that little tiny boy come in handy? He said, we ain't family yet. Since we're not gonna be family, hello. Goodbye. I mean, he was shady as hell, and I was here for it. I'm like, now this is the only time you want a little smart mouth little bastard is when you try to get when there's a bitch in the presence in the present room that needs to be shaded. That's when you go get that loud mouth ignorant ass relative that don't give a fuck to be in the room at that moment, so they can say some smart catty shit. Okay, he was annoying as hell. But honey, when it came to shade that goddamn the Khan's wife, I was like, go ahead, little boy. I'm gonna excuse your fucking little prickness today for you to get her ass. Okay. Let's see. What did he say? Crown Prince was hilarious. He said, I thought the other guy was going to step up. I think he said Sheer don't. He says Sheer didn't look that scary. No, he did not look that scary. That's what I was like. But Hadu with his mean ass, I said, oh yeah, that's your Huckleberry right there. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Beat this dude ass. He's good with swords until you knock a sword out of his hand. And I saw that part. What's up, Shauna? I saw that part with him where his skills kind of lack because them boys in the grasslands is used to fighting with the hands, baby. They used to going in hard, all right? But that was a good scene. What I loved it is that Pops, her daddy, y'all know every time that man come on screen, my face is cold. I'm crushing on the emperor, baby. But I am really happy that all the ministers came together to kind of try to back the little princess or whatever. And it's always a minister. They remind you of our fucking Congress. It's always a bitch that want to sit up here and talk shit about what a person should be doing. And you the only motherfucker that's standing out here on this mountain by yourself screaming where everybody's looking at you like, are you fucking stupid? Why don't you get your punk ass out there? Why don't you get married to these motherfuckers since you want to have somebody else married so bad into it? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these the politics and a lot of these dramas mirror so much of our politics in real life is not even funny. But I was glad that Hadu's daddy talked him into, going out there and fighting for the girl and everything else. Even though he's a piece of shit. Okay. And yeah, that swing around the pole, Athena, that's right. That was cold. Because I was like, when he kicked that motherfucker in the forehead, I was like, there's another meaning to goddamn. He kicked that motherfucker dead in the forehead. I was like, oh. Then when he kicked that motherfucker in the chest, I was like, oh. Girl. I was like, these motherfuckers is whipping somebody's ass, honey. I was like, shit. But when he hit that pole, he went back and grabbed that motherfucker. I was like, I ain't never been a bitch flying through the air and can look around and try to find a strategy. I was like, he came back around and fucked dude up. I'm telling you, when he got him on that ground, started choking his ass, I said, see, that's a pet move. I can't fight for him. I have to do something crazy to you. Gotta get your ass with a chair, something. Gotta be rocks, anything. Throw a baby at your ass. Get the fuck out of me. Okay. What's going on, Shepherd? How are you? Honey, it was some parts in here, I have to say, that were really good. I'm finally glad Hadu got enough nerve to get up there and say something to this girl before she walked away. I was like, why don't you say you like her, man? It ain't that fucking hard. It says I knew that he had a thing for. Yeah, he knew he had a thing for. He knew he had a thing for the whole damn time, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Parents don't be missing shit. They don't be missing shit. They know they kids. But strangely enough, like I said, they're gonna have to save the Catan, honey. They're gonna have to save his ass. The Khan, they're gonna have to save it. because this bitch is evil as fuck. I'm sorry, I could not see myself handling killing somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way she's killing him is the most diabolical way you could do something with somebody who can't defend themselves or nothing. That's some sneaky ass, evil ass shit. And I mean, she really going in hard. And that guard that's with her is kind of like the story of the princess in Hadu, to be honest with you, but on the evil side. I really think it is. Because I think her and Dude got a thing for each other. Quiet as kept. You know what I'm saying? But you know what the con is? He was not stupid. If you paid attention to how he treated her before she got a hold to him, he was right on point. He did not let his sons interact with her. That bitch was in a tent by herself all day, every day. Did nobody fuck with that bitch under any circumstances. And when he got a chance, he would fucking shame the shit out of her on a regular, okay? And I'm feeling very sorry for the Khan right now, because at this point it's gonna have to be Hassan to come and save him. Because the only reason why I want Hassan to save him, because I want the Khan to get better and fuck that bitch up. I can't be the only person waiting for this. I'm like, they gotta say the Khan, because that motherfucker evil enough to fucking do that bitch in good, okay? She got to get got by that man. I'm telling you, he got to get well enough to, like, when he ready to speak, fuck this hoe up in this way. That's the only reason why I am still, to a certain degree, intrigued with this part of the story, is because I know they got to save the Khan, and not only save the Khan, I want to see the Khan get revenge on this bitch, because I can't see this shit going unanswered. I can't see her walking away and being cool, everything being cool with that. It says he must have known. Yeah, he must have known her true intentions, because at first I was like, damn, he is dogging the fuck out of his wife. But honey, sometimes you can't look at a situation and be like feeling all sorry for a motherfucker, because you don't know the ins and outs of a situation. This is a perfect example of one of those situations where you might be feeling all team da-da-da-da-da with a person, and then you find out this bitch got some fucking issues that even you might want to whack a couple of times across her motherfucking dome. You understand what I'm saying? That's why, like, certain shit I don't get involved in because you don't know what the fuck a person is really going through, y'all. I'm telling you, like, a lot of people are in abusive relationships and this person's doing this to them, and then you find out this bitch did what? With your kids, she did what? Oh, I would have beat the brakes off that bitch too. You understand what I'm saying? You can't always just look at a situation as poor little woo-woo over here, because woo-woo may have been done some shit her damn self, okay, that deserved that ass whooping, okay? Now, that don't mean any man listen to this that I'm cool with white, girl beating this shit like that. What you do is you go get your sister that used to be able to fight them street fights when y'all was kids and have her go whoop her ass. You sit up here, you stand to the side of your cheerleader, like, hit us, sis, uppercut that bitch for me. You understand what I'm saying? That don't mean men go out there and do that type of shit. You go get your badass sister or your ghetto ass cousin or something to do that type of shit. You understand? But when it comes down to certain things, you can't always look at it and be like, oh, he's treating her bad, because you don't know what the whole situation is. So always be clear about that kind of stuff, because I got caught up in a situation like that, and come to find out, I'm sitting up here feeling bad for the chick, and this bitch got a goddamn, what do you call it? Friends only, a fans only page, while this bitch is over here selling cookie on the internet. What? I had to retract I had to take back my sympathy after that. You know what I'm saying? Had to take back the sympathy. Like, man, I ain't know all that shit was going on. You understand what I mean? So, your time was a shock. It's like it was a shocker for me. She was nice to Del Reba. Yeah, she was setting that bitch up. The whole point of her getting around Del Reba was to set her up to be able to make this situation go into motion. But Del Reba kept it kept backfiring because Dalreba was on something else with other people. See, she thought she could run it just like she thinks she can run this too. And she can't. She has no control over all the people. I was like, girl, honey. It says, she was a great actress. Watched her on A Girl Like Me and tried and see her evil as hell long ballad can and I can't see. Girl, that she's being evil as hell in this. She really is. And I have to say she's doing a great job in being a convincing villain and a sneak villain at that. That's the one thing I can say about this show. I did not see her coming as a villain, and they snuck her in as one of those villains. You understand? It says, saw somebody's live. Yeah. I want to know who the fuck tried to kill Song though when they hit him with that arrow with him and Dalreba united and stuff, honey. And is a Song flirting hard up in this year? Song just came out and said, "You're gonna be my woman." I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Quit all that fucking food shit. Go on out with it. He told her, he's like, I want you to be a little bit more feminine. I'm gonna guard you. I'm gonna guard you. But did you see how she found out about the Emperor too? That the other guy told her about the Emperor story as well, which was terrible. He went off to fight a war, come back, and his brother done raped his girl. That's some fucked up shit. Fucked up shit. You understand? That's enough to have motherfuckers looking at you at the beginning. If you remember the beginning of the show, when they kind of kept giving these looks of, scowling at each other and shit like that. Yeah, I'd be scowling at that motherfucker too if I had known that was my sister and she, while I was gone on the trip or something, she done laid up with my motherfucking man. Yeah, we wouldn't be smiling at each other at all. And now you trying to pull some shit with my baby and have my baby sold off to some folks. Yeah, we'd be scowling at each other too. So at the end of the day, I felt sorry for the Emperor and his situation, but honey, Dalreba was doing the most talking crazy to the Emperor, wasn't she? I was like, bitch, it's something of level of respect. I understand you mad, but girl, she's like, get away from her. You don't deserve to be here. I'm like, girl, you are pushing it. You might get kicked in the chest, bitch. You need to slow down. Because Pops let her do. He let her say what he was saying, what she wanted to say at the time, because she didn't understand. But I had to give it to him. He definitely gave a lot of restraint, because I would have had to grab that bitch by the throat and say, who the fuck you think you talking to? I understand you got a beef, but bitch, I will lay your ass low. Check your mouth. You understand? He didn't do that though. He was real cool about the shit, and he went on ahead and worshiped the mama or whatever with that idol worship shit they got going on over there. But he went over there and paid his respects to the little grave and everything, and walked on out. I was like, because I would have hit that bitch. Be stressed, okay? Her mouth was a little out of order. It really was. But to hear his story, that was really sad. And then she got a chance to see the situation that she was looking at it from the wrong point of view. She really was. And there was no way that he would have killed her mom. Okay. It says, what did you say, Brenda? It says, I have to say that Zoe, the actress playing the princess, started to be into taking more serious. I like her in this drama. Yes, I agree. I love her in this. I told y'all she wanted me back. This bitch got some levels, she got some depth to her damn acting. And I was like, as long as it ain't no more that silly, teeny ding 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 shit, that she got a fan. Because I was here for her in this. I am here for her in this. She needs to take some serious roles and break out of that goofy shit. But honestly, this role she did, I love her coming of age in this. The progress of her getting to where she is right now was excellently written. I'll say that much. You understand? Because I was just getting tired of her and silly shit. I really was. I was like, every time I turn around, it's some old dingy fucking misunderstanding type, silly shit. And honestly, if you do that too much as an actor, people are going to typecast you. And this pretty much hopefully broke her out of that typecasting and will put her in more stronger roles. It says, I was all choked up at the mom's memorial site because of the uncle. Yes, I was too. Okay. But at the end of the day, I have to say, we're going to see the biggest part now for us to look forward to is what's going to happen to the con. I got to see this evil bitch go in. as you know, if he gets saved, he gonna go in. He gonna go in. He gonna go in hard. Hadu did well. I'm glad to see that situation worked out and he's gonna get married to our little princess. It's so cute. And I do want to see how Miss Del Reba and her son situation is going to end up as well. So these last few episodes that are coming out, I think they're going to be definitely binge worthy to see, honey. I really do. Now, Vinicio Vicencio. Girl, that show was a shit. Baby, they ended this motherfucker in a way I just no words. No words. Okay. No words. Whoever directed this shit, they did a mix of the comedy with the realness of straight mafia killing. Our boy, there's just no words. He gave these motherfuckers some hell of a deaths. Honey, that dancing ass goddamn prosecutor, bitch, she went to hell dancing on fire, honey. With fire shoes on that bitch. I was like, woo, baby, I ain't never seen no get backs like this. Then the head motherfucker with his psychopathic ass. Oh, it was surprised when the way he died. Ruthless, baby. Vicencio was ruthless. And I loved every fucking minute of it. Oh, God. Woo, baby. Okay, that bitch could dance forever. He took that bitch out dancing on fire. I was like, boy, you better work. You better work. It was priceless. Yes, it was, honey. And then he let that, like I said, the psychopath, that motherfucker was still alive, and Birds was eating his ass. Okay? Honey, I said, don't fuck with that fucking career right there. You better not fuck with him because he ain't playing with your ass. Baby, calm down. The thunder, he brought the bang, baby, in a whole nother way. He had that motherfucker fucked up, baby. I was like, oh my God. That I ain't never seen. Honey, wait a minute. Godfather didn't end with them kind of cruel ass motherfucker goddamn killings. Okay? I think the closest the Godfather came with a fucked up killing was when they threw that horse head, the shockers, like the horse head in the bed. The Godfather didn't come through with no shit like that. I'm like, they done wrote a whole nother status for fucking motherfuckers. And Asian dramas, girl. Oh my goodness. Even the Birds was up there. That's the thing about this. Even the Birds became mafioso. Okay, so Cynthia, look at the comments after this link for you. It's like, okay, I was mad that he killed I was hurt when they killed the little brother because he really hadn't had a chance to have a loving family because the brother killed the daddy. You know what I'm saying? The crazy ass brother killed the daddy, and he was just him left with this fucking psychopathic fucking relative of his. And then when Benicio did give him just a little bit of attention, that boy was like a little 10-year-old in his hands. It was just sad when he shot him. But actually, he saved Benicio. He really did. He really did because that dude had no problem shooting shit out of people. He had no conscience whatsoever at all. And did you see how they took out the other prosecutor with his motherfucking Warner promotion asses? These are the strangest people that kill me. This whole thing kill me. How the hell you gonna enjoy a promotion when your ass got people that say they ain't gonna kill you after you? The last thing on my mind will be a motherfucking promotion. You got to be able to stay alive to get any other status, bitch. That's the thing I didn't understand about some of these people. And the thing that got me about this prosecutor that looked like a yuppie, a hippie, a yuppie, whatever the fuck they call them people. She doesn't look like she washed her hair at all. I mean, she made me sorry. I wanted to choke this bitch from day one. But what got me was that You trying to be a hard bitch, but you ain't about that life. Because every consecutive time, Vinicio literally approached her personally. From the laundromat all the way up to the end when he walked in that motherfucker, he just walked up in that shit with the dude that they sent to do the dirty shit. He killed his mom. He walked up in that motherfucker. This motherfucker got a gun in your face, and you over here, you ain't about that life. You ain't one of them type of bitches, because a real bitch that's about that life would have stood there in his motherfucking face. Kill me, motherfucker. That she was not that girl. She was still a screaming ass motherfucking wimp at the end of the day. I really did not like that prosecution. She got on my goddamn nerves. It says, what about the boy Tahoe? He was yes. Honey, I hope that there's going to be another season. I really do. Yeah, that Russian torture technique was a motherfucker. I don't get what they called that. He named it something. It says a child was spending more money on the wardrobe. Couldn't that's what I'm saying. Couldn't wash her motherfucking hair. No fashion sense at all. Look like she's just slapping her fucking suit like most of these goddamn attorneys I know downtown. This is that's called Vincencio, and that is on Netflix, Athena. Okay, you gotta watch that shit. It's good. It's good from beginning to fucking end, honey. I think it's 17 or 18 episodes. It says, I'm glad none of the tenants died either, but baby, them tenants was there for it. They want that smoke. The tenants, they said, we live for that smoke, okay? We love Benicio. Honey, Benicio was loved even by the dude that came there to kind of try to bust him or whatever as one of the cops or whatever. Honey, girl. That became his number one fan, but this was a damn good show. Hands down. I'm sorry. There's no way you can sit and watch this and not be screaming at your television. Yay! And I mean, I had those moments in this particular drama, and it's good. You gotta watch it. Y'all just gotta watch it. I try not to give too much away because I want you all to watch these dramas. Please check that one out. That is not one that is going to, it will not disappoint, babies. It really isn't. It says the best scene is what, yes, I told you. I said the best scene was when all of them got their little black outfits walking. I said my little ass would have been at the end with my little hat on. I loved it. Okay, it says that was gold. It said the bricks, honey. The bricks of gold. That bitch was literally sleeping on a bed of gold. But I liked how they did that, because when that man came in trying to get the gold and trying to make the girl open up the safe or whatever, they have been moving that shit out of there day by day. And honestly, that's the way I would have moved it as well. Move that. Once they found it, get that shit out that motherfucking building so people can stop coming for the building. And just in case that they did win in court, the motherfucking building, bitch, you're not getting nothing to go. We can get us 10,000 buildings like this. Okay? Honey, yes, that first episode when he burnt down the vineyard. Then, dude, when he did leave Korea, he went back to help the Italian people, and he literally buried them on the island that he has for himself now. And it says, honey, that was a trip. It says even the mobster became a fan of yes, he did. Okay. He really did. I have to say this was really good. It was an unusual story, because you think about it, it's like, okay, a Korean concierge, and he is just as bad as the Italian mafia, and then he brings that shit home to Korea. That is some cool ass shit. But that boy know how to speak Italian so sexy, y'all. First of all, Italian is excellent to me. It's a beautiful, beautiful language anyway, if you learn how to speak it. But honey, he can speak it well. And I just loved him. I just love the way he just cuts on and off as a character. You know what I'm saying? He goes into he could be the nicest person in the world, very sophisticated, very professional, to a motherfucking psychopath in 2 seconds. I just love it. Love it. Is it a K drama? No, it is it's a Korean drama. It is. It is a Korean drama. It's on Netflix, so you cannot miss it. It is very, very good, y'all. I absolutely love this show. And let's see, it's a couple of other K dramas that are coming out right now. It was one that I was looking into that I wanted to watch. It's at 9.5, but on Viki right now they have it. They have only had maybe 1 or 2 episodes subbed as usual, which pisses me off about that. But it's called Bosam. It says Stealing the Fate. I'm gonna check that out. That's the next one I'm gonna check out. Actually, I'm gonna start it today. See how that goes. I love period pieces, y'all know it, and in Korean dramas never fail on their period pieces. Mama. Okay, they never ever quit. They never ever come. They come through with that, honey. They do not let you down when it comes down with all that loud ass talking and these people acting crazy, doing conniving ass shit to stay in power. So other than that, those are the only ones that I have finally got a chance to finish up. This was a crazy week for me, y'all. Y'all know it's been crazy since last Saturday. Everything is finished up. My garden, in memorial of my mom, in memory of my mom, is finished in the backyard. So it's pretty much where I want it to be, and I'm very happy about it. I got very teared up this morning because of the fact that it is finished, and I just hate that she's not here to see it. Some of her most favorite flowers are back there, and it's really pretty. It really came out nice, nicer than I thought. And I've been working on that yard since 2017, so it's finally coming together. It says, "I'm surprised song did not get a nomination for the Korean drama. He didn't get. Are you serious? Song didn't get a nomination for that." He should have got a nomination for the part that he played. He played okay. I think the reason probably why they looked over him is because at times he really did look kind of amateurish in the acting from time to time. Yeah, just in time. I know it was just in time for Mother's Day. Everything just showed up just in time for Mother's Day. And I'm like, this is crazy how it's coming together, but it did. So I'm very happy about that. The gates are done. Everything is done. And as far as regular stuff is concerned, and we're outside of the world of Chinese dramas, ladies, I don't give a fuck what TV is telling you. Everybody keeps sitting up here saying, oh, the pandemic is over. No, it's not. No, it's not. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Please wear y'all masks. Please social distance. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. The TV say, oh, it's post-pandemic. When the fuck did the shit go away? Because you got the pokey pokey. You understand what I'm saying? That shit don't go away. It didn't go away yet. I don't know why they're setting people up to have our numbers go through the fucking roof, but please be careful inside of your gatherings, okay? I don't understand our world sometimes. I like to somebody get a memo from God, because last time I checked, he was the motherfucker that was in charge of all plagues on the planet. And he never said time is up. Motherfuckers just be, oh, it's post-pandemic. Okay. And now India is going, catching all kind of hell right now. And what happens on that side of the world eventually finds its way to the other side of the world. So I don't know what the fuck they talking about. But, please, don't listen to CNN and Fox News and all these other silly motherfuckers that come on TV at 10 o'clock and at 7. Please social distance and use your common sense. Okay? Then nobody shit ain't went nowhere. I mean, I don't understand. They say, oh, we want everything to open up by 4th of July. I don't remember God sending out a memo saying it's cool. Yeah, it's over with. Okay? At the end of the day, I think you all need to start using your common sense, because our news and our shit, like in the news, our media is lying to folks, and it's really, really sad, because we don't know exactly what is happening inside of India. Because the last time I checked, they were bragging about how much they were getting, they were on CNN talking about how many vaccines and stuff they were giving out. Now they got people dying all over the place, which I'm mixed up. And then I look over inside of Haiti, and then Haiti don't get Haiti shit. And Haiti had like what 12,000 some odd people with COVID, and only 245 died in the entire time of the pandemic. And I'm saying to myself, and they said that they refused AstraZeneca's vaccine, and I said I would refuse that shit too. That shit killing more people than COVID. All right, why would they send that shit to them? But they refused it and said that COVID over there is kind of like a rarity, and they haven't stopped doing business. They've been handling shit the way they've been handling even before the pandemic started. So it's something to this shit that they're not saying anything about. It says African countries are starting to shut entry due to the C-19 crisis. Well, everybody should start cutting off right now and stop flying, because that's how all of the shit is transferring all over the place, is that motherfuckers keep getting on planes because they can't sit their ass at home because they want to go on vacation and act like something really big and tragic isn't happening. You know what? As a black person, I'll say this. Please don't act like certain other people that don't want to deal with real shit when it's in front of me, because that shit reminds me of being in the office. When you're in the office at work and y'all know it's one person in this motherfucker that's causing all the problems, but all the management want to act like they don't see this bitch. And everybody know who the problem is. But everybody acts like the elephant in the room don't exist. She ain't here. It's a figment of your fucking imagination. That's what they're doing with this particular virus. And it makes me angry, because a lot of people are going to believe what the mass media is saying and go out there and find out that's not the truth and find out the hard way. Like a lot of people finding out with some of these people. I don't even understand if you have a problem with seizures, why would you go get a vaccine? This lady had a problem with seizures. When he got a vaccine, now the bitch can't walk no more. What the fuck? They told you if you had a pre-existing condition, leave that shit alone. Motherfuckers don't want to listen, end up fucked up, more fucked up than you was when you walked in the door. If you got a pre-existing condition, just leave the vaccine alone. And people who are cool and you ain't never had nothing wrong with you, if that's what you want to do, go do it. But I just don't understand why is it that they just won't address a situation instead of just completely sitting back and acting like the shit don't exist. It just gets on my nerves with it. It says, my son missed my mom's funeral because he wasn't fully vaccinated, and he's in Atlanta, and it's such a huge airport. Sometimes those type of things are going to happen because of the way that they're trying to do this, but they want to make this vaccine pass thing going on. This is what bothered me about what they were saying, is that a person could go who got fully vaccinated, could go amongst people who are not vaccinated and give all of them COVID. So I'm saying to myself, so is this person vaccinated or have they become a carrier? There's certain questions that I don't understand. It's certain things there's too many things that keep coming up that just ain't jabbing right to me, and no one can sit up here and explain certain things. So that's the problem that I'm having with this. I'm like, have you made a bunch of carriers with this vaccine? What are you doing? And if the vaccine is not eliminating the issue, then what the fuck did you just shoot all these people up with? See, there's a lot of questions that I have with this that probably, as always, and on many jobs when I have questions about the elephant in the room, I'm motherfucking like, Pat, you shouldn't have said anything because now no, I said what everybody was fucking thinking, and you silly motherfuckers want to sit up here and agree with these silly motherfuckers that don't want to look at the elephant in the room that we're going to have to deal with in some shape or form any motherfucking way. So why not let's discuss the shit, all the pros and the cons and everything that go with it. But no, we want to act like it. I don't see what you're talking about. Okay. It says COVID-19 is here to stay and continue to mutate. We need to get to fight new variants. We need to fight new variants of it, improve vaccines every year. Okay. And that's cool. That's cool. My whole point is improve it to a point where it doesn't dilapidate people. And don't just slap a warning on that this could possibly paralyze you. And people say, well, it's much better than not having nothing going on. I'd have to say if I walked in a place and I was walked out okay. In 24 hours, I am paralyzed from my motherfucking waist down, and that shit wasn't going on with me. And they say it has nothing to do with the vaccine. Then what the fuck does it have to do with it? Because last time I remember, my shit did just snap, and all of a sudden I couldn't walk in the morning. It has something to do with the vaccine. And some people who have pre-existing conditions like seizures and things take their lives in their hands when they're doing that type of stuff. But then they turn around and say, it had nothing to do with the vaccine. That's a nice way in legalese in the world that I come from, and saying you can't sue me. So I don't give a fuck what you shut yourself up with. I don't give a fuck what situation comes from it 5 years from now. You can't sue me. But good luck, though. Thanks for getting the vaccine. That's what we're talking about. And a lot of people with epilepsy and seizures and stuff like that are having a lot of issues, but they are not telling these people, get out of line. Don't do that. They need to tell them that. If you're fine, you don't never have no problems, go right ahead. It says, I'm not relaxing nothing. It says, fully vaccinated, you can go around people and still get up. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So what the fuck did they just shoot you up with? It says, it's like maybe less than, honey, whatever, if it lessens it or worsens it, COVID is COVID at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? I've had colds that set me on my ass. And it wasn't the flu or flus and things like that set me on my ass. And some people with the flu shot, you get worse, sicker than you've ever gotten getting the flu shot. So at the end of the day, I don't know, but all I know is that I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this if my name ain't what it is. 4 years from now, they're going to have a commercial come across your TV. If you took the COVID vaccine and you just had this and this and this wrong with you, we have a class settlement going on and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you can call this number if you had any kind of damages from this blah, 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 blah vaccine. Just like they did with HPV. Just like they did with a couple of others. I guarantee you it. I guarantee you it. It says they may have something. It says they may have the same about the mRNA vaccine. So my son had that, and he had. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these, they're finding a lot of these vaccines cause a lot of people from being normal to being abnormal or disabled. So it's to each their own. It says wake up call. 1819 flu had to be a wake up call. Yes, but I also believe that if you honestly, when you have to deal with plagues, you have to give them a 2-year span. 2-year span to really do the damage that it's going to do. And then it will weaken on its own. And people build up natural immunity to it. That's just nature in itself. But because we want to play with it, we prolong our suffering. And then we bring other shit into the game. Okay? It says we soon will find as a what advance. He said we will soon know what's in the vaccine. They want companies to release their patents so the vaccine can be mass produced, but I don't know what pharmaceutical companies will agree to it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of them probably won't, because there's going to be a lot that's going to be said. You're going to have different, at that point, you're going to have different scientists looking at it and say, what the fuck was this? Why did y'all put this in there? You're going to have a lot of different people question such shit. It's going to be weird. It says, yeah, say it again, put people in the back. It says people need to remember that vaccine, there's no vaccine fits all of anybody. I told you, it's the same thing with penicillin. I can take penicillin, but another motherfucker, it may swell their throat up and make them asphyxiate. Everybody can't take aspirin. My sister cannot take aspirin. She's allergic to it. You understand what I'm saying? There's no one size fits all for anything. And if it does lessen the effects of COVID, it may lessen the effects of COVID in one person and fuck them, another person completely up and kill them. And those are the things I'm talking about. But yeah, there's but for the masses, it's better and da 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 da. Okay, like I said, I want to see what happens I say next year. I want to see what happens and what kind of issues other people are going to have, because you have to remember, COVID was 99.9% that you would more than likely get over it. Y'all keep forgetting that. You would survive it. You get it, but you survive it. People who died are usually people who had other shit wrong with them. So, like I said, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Said I was laughing my head off at the last plague there. Said the masses down. Honey, there's people walking around here with their masses down, sharing blunts and drinking behind each other. I've seen on Facebook. I'm like, ain't nobody afraid of this shit. It's just it's killing me. It's killing me. But what's happening inside of India is concerning. Because something, I don't know what's going on there. They got another mutation of it or whatever. But whatever it is, it's pretty goddamn bad. It says, I was laughing my butt off during, okay, it says, yeah, I can do housework because my lazyitis flares up. But I'm hoping that whatever they're going to do, all of this booster shotting and all this other stuff, I'm just not sold on this. Something in my soul just keeps saying, something ain't right. And trust me, I'm big on, I don't mind you going to hospital and checking out. I'm a firm believer going to hospital and making sure you're good to go. But it's something about this shit just don't feel right to me. It says, love goddess, it says, and randomly in place pharmaceuticals. It says these pharmaceuticals companies are ruining their countries, including the islands, and boatloads of money to access their military bases and more. Oh, there's a lot of shit going on. I'm gonna tell you right now, when Trump lost, this was what the prophecy was. Old man Biden was gonna win, and World War III was gonna begin, and it looks like, baby, it's on and popping. They just ain't telling you, okay? They just ain't telling you. Because I think one of them Arab countries said something. They said, if y'all keep talking crazy, we gotta come over here and we're gonna do some things. They said we're gonna attack America. I was like, oh, they not playing with us, honey. They not playing no games. They getting real. People are not getting scared of America anymore. They're bucking, baby. Okay, they bucking back. So we're gonna see how all of this pans out, y'all. I just want y'all to still, say, keep your distance from people, because like I said, whatever happens on the other side of the world, as over time, it will work itself around here. And because we're a bunch of hard-headed motherfuckers over here in America and we want our life back, we can't stay our asses off planes. We're gonna have some problems here. We're gonna have some problems here. And I believe those problems are going to kick off like last year, it spiked in the summertime. I think it's going to kick off again this summer too. So beware, and also beware of how you're driving on the expressways and things like that. I don't know, here in Chicago, people are driving like they done lost their motherfucking minds, and there's accidents happening all over the place. Just freak shit. A man got literally ran over by a train, standing on the platform. I don't know whether or not he was looking over or didn't see the motherfucker coming, but he literally got basically split in half. It's just too many freak accidents happening, and people are just going crazy, killing each other right now. So it's not just here in Chicago. From what I hear, it's all over the place right now. Just be careful. Stay prayed up, please. It says, I have 3 cousins in the same family, all living in different areas of Canada who've had COVID. Wow. It says, and they still alive, ain't they? They still alive, Shirley, right? Didn't nobody die, right? I don't think COVID is not a hoax. It's very real, okay? It's very real. I believe that it's such a contagious situation that Dr. Fauci, this is what I have a problem with, Mr. Fauci, with his short fucking Keebler L-Fast. This is the same dude that let a lot of gay people who had AIDS in the 80s die alone because he got his ass on TV and said that people who had HIV or AIDS, that they could pass AIDS on to other people by sitting on a toilet seat, sharing a glass of water, and all of this shit. This the same motherfucker. Now, we all live in 2020, and we all know that ain't fucking true. But in the 80s, when all of those people were dying of HIV and AIDS, those people died alone inside of a hospital. Because that little short motherfucker said that. See, some of y'all too young to remember. But I remember when the AIDS epidemic happened when I was a young girl. Okay? And a lot of very much so gay men died without their partners, their families, because their families were afraid of catching HIV. This is the same motherfucking doctor who's now damn near second in command at the CDC. Did he not tell us you could catch COVID by things you touch? Okay? You need to spray everything down. This is the same motherfucking script. And then here we are, 10 years from now, and we know better about HIV. Okay? All the people that died didn't have to die alone. But it's because we didn't, and then they fall back on this excuse. Oh, we didn't know at the time that it didn't have that kind of effect. So we just wanted to be careful. You were so careful, you ruined a lot of people. A lot of people didn't get a chance to say goodbye. A lot of people died in pain alone, didn't have nobody to hold their hand. Do you understand what it means that when you're going through some shit like that, that you're on your last motherfucking deathbed and there's nobody there, no nurses, no nothing, because they're afraid of what the fuck you can give them because they think it's contagious? How many people died in the hospital right now from COVID all by themselves? And the families, all they can do is bury them and come get their remains. You don't know whether or not the hospital killed them from neglect because they was too scared to go in there, nurse or doctor too scared to go in there and handle them, or what. But you don't understand? People have short memories. See, they don't want you to go back and hit that press play on Dr. Fauci's ass back in the 80s and compare him to what the fuck he said about COVID right now. Thank you. Oh, I have a lot of. I got one here. I got one here. I got one on my lower back, tramp stamp. I got one on my stomach. I got all kind of shit. You understand? But at the end of the day, I have a problem with Dr. Fauci. I listen to him, but I also keep in mind of what I know of him from the past. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I have a beef to pick with him because I know a lot of gay guys that died by themselves without their lovers being there with them. And it was just really sad. Says, I don't think, I said, oh, okay, you was being sarcastic. Okay. But like I said, it's a real thing. At the end of the day, I just want people to really use your street mind, because that also, you have to understand, this is also a business too. Use your street mind. Please do, when it comes down to this kind of stuff. All right. Y'all talking about my little stuff. Look, okay, this is Bassett. She's a cat. Okay. I'm a gypsy cat. This right here is some tribal art that goes all the way up here. That goes all the way up here to my little, yes, I am a Prince fan, diehard Prince fan, baby. Okay. I got all kinds of tattoos over here, honey. It says, it's sad now that it says, and you hear nothing. That's right. It says the world is seeing through America's delusions, and ain't nobody scared of me. Hey, baby, no, they not scared of America. No, they not. Now I don't blame them. It's about time they buck up, goddammit. I applaud them. Buck up at their asses. It is. I live here, yes. But I also live here as a person that don't like half the shit that's going on right now. And then they getting now they making it to a point you can't protest nothing. But this is the thing that kills me. You know, all the people that went up there and acted like hillbillies up at the Capitol, ain't none of them really getting charged with shit. They let all the people go. But let you take your ass to a Black Lives Matter thing and watch your ass go to jail and get a record. It says, girl, I ain't gonna get no no tattoo, girl. I ain't getting no more tattoos. This one, honestly, I got when my mother was in the hospital. And to be honest with you, I was dealing with so much stress, I couldn't even cry. That's how much anger and upsetment I had in me about the situation that I was in, that I would have got a tattoo. And this one is pretty detailed. And my daughter was like, so you getting tattoos now to feel pain? And that was the way I let go of a lot of stress. And I was like, my daughter's like, well, no, we're not doing that no more. We got to find another way of being able to get this out. She said, that's cutting. Indirectly, that's cutting. So I understand cutters, and when they feel that much anxiety going on inside of them that they cannot let it out. So the hurting of yourself, yeah, that's how this tattoo came about, baby. It was because I was going through some shit. I was going through some shit fighting them companies. It says, this is because people are desperate for me to go, so they ought to kill all. It says, what did it say? What did you say? It says, this is because people are desperate for me, so now they're all going to do crazy things for a claim. It's not that. They getting tired of America basically putting their standards, asking them to have American standards on their countries. Everybody's country is not like America. And in order to do business with America, you have to accept their standards. Now, we may be liberal and, let gay people do whatever and, could let them marry and stuff, but other countries may not get down with that kind of shit. And I can understand why. They about men and women and family orientation type things. They, ran into the alternative lifestyle. That's some American shit. Keep that shit over in America. We respect that now. Let us get on about this money right here. No, America wants you to take all of their standards in order to get their money too. We want you to be more humane. Well, motherfuckers, y'all start being humane first. Why don't you stop mistreating the motherfuckers that's already in your country before you come over in my country telling me how to run my shit? See, that's where I would like the other countries to step up to. Don't have nobody come to your house telling you how they should run their house, and then you come in their house and there's shit thrown all over the place. Motherfucking kids you don't know running all over the goddamn place. How the hell you gonna tell about my house and how to run my shit and your shit raggedy? I don't understand why they don't do that to America. Like, get your shit in order before you start coming in here trying to act like you got it all together, and you don't. You understand? That's like a mama with a bunch of crackheads talking about my kids. This my kids. No, you bitch, you got a house full of crackheads, ho. You ain't no mother of the year. You understand? But at the end of the day, they don't do that because they need America's money. But they don't want to deal with the other shit that comes with that money. See, that's the reason why I'm trying to get y'all to understand, even with this vaccine. This vaccine is about money. It ain't about saving your fucking life. They get less than a damn about you. It's about more money. These people's God is money. Y'all ain't figured that out yet? They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck what happens to you. It's about them getting all of that shit all over the place. And the reason why America's having an issue giving up that motherfucking patent is because if America has a patent, that means you got to come to America and buy it. Get it? This is about cash. This ain't about just, it's just the principle thing. No, it's not, baby. This is about the principle of the bottom line principle, okay? Them dividends, baby. They literally want to control that. Says China said that at a meeting in Canada. Well, kudos to fucking China. Shit. So they were talking about the human rights abuses in the century. It says when Russia told off the U.S. at a climate change, it's time. Sorry. Sometimes a bitch needs to get red while she's standing there trying to act like everything is perfect in her house. Sometimes a bitch needs to get red and get told about her motherfucking goddamn nothing ass children. And that's exactly what the fuck they did. And they need to tell her that because America walks around too high and mighty. But you lift up that dress, there's some dirty draws, baby. And that was what was wrong, why they didn't like Trump. Trump kept lifting up the dress on this bitch. Look at this hoe. Look at this hoe. And that's the reason why they didn't like him. Because he was telling too many truths. I didn't like him as a politician. He's a fucking idiot. But at the end of the day, he did something that no other politician did. And he told the fucking truth. You have to give it to him. The man told the fucking truth. Okay? He lifted up the skirt and said, America ain't got no business going nowhere else talking about shit. We need to worry about our own motherfucking house right now and clean this bitch up. And he was completely correct. We got all this money to give everywhere else, but half the motherfuckers here are broke. What? This is supposed to be the richest motherfucking country on the planet, but most of the people here are barely getting nothing. Now, it ain't because he like a bunch of poor people, because he don't. He likes staying rich. He just want to keep making real motherfucking money. Okay? Don't get it twisted. But they did not like him because of the fact that he told the fucking truth. He was hilarious. But he was hilarious with irony. You understand what I'm saying? That's why, to a certain degree, I have to say he was comic relief for me because that was the only motherfucker that told the truth. You couldn't sit up here and say, did he lie? He didn't lie. He lied about a lot of shit like, we doing this and we doing that. But when it came down to telling the truth about the motherfucking politicians, baby, The motherfuckers are so scared of him. They thought they know was gonna spill a tea on their personal shit in any day. That's why they fuck with him. Because the thing about running inside them rich groups, and I told y'all, them motherfuckers do freaky shit. And everybody know. And you piss off the wrong motherfucking person, and somebody might get on TV and let everybody know your tea, baby. And everything that's going in your tea. Okay? Honey. Honey, they had to get rid of that motherfucker. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that a lot of these countries are snapping back at America. They need a fucking check. They need to be checked. We really do need to be checked. You understand? Yes, Trump did have strong Joker energy. He had strong Joker energy. But his underlings are some crazy fucking racist motherfuckers, and they nuts. But they're getting organized again, y'all, to come back and forth in not even 4 years, now 3 years, to come back in another way. These people are not stupid, okay, by a long shot. They want to keep the party going in white supremacy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's nothing that we can really do about it other than regular people like you and I say we're not going to go down that road again. We already know that road leads to. It says, he said no comment on Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter by a long shot. I just call truth what truth is. And it might not agree with people may not want to admit it because I'm not team anything. I'm team Pat, goddammit. What works best for me, all right? You understand? If it works good for me, I'm cool. But at the end of the day, I'm just at this point where I'm tired of other countries getting bullied and they are getting locked out of a lot of things and lots of, by America. And they're basically because America's bullying them, giving them loans they can't pay back. So these people are constantly in debt to them. And like I said, there's a price to how we live here. And that price is other countries having nothing. Now that's a reality every American has to face and realize that even the poor here live better than most poor on the planet. And that's a reality. And in order for this country to be the way that it is, other countries have to suffer. And that's reality. So it has been an hour, y'all. I hope you all have an excellent holiday, and enjoy your moms. And if you're like me and your mom is not here, do something special in remembrance of her. For me, I miss my mom a lot, and that's the reason why I did the yard. It gives me something to do with my mind. It allows me to grieve in a more positive way. It makes me be busy. And you know who gave me that idea? What show gave me that idea? Was Eternal Love, when Yahya thought that little Five was gone and had died. And he had, when he thought it was Susu. And you understand, Susu had died and he had planted all these pretty peach blossoms inside of the heaven in front of, in her, in the area where she used to live at. And it gave me that idea to do that for my mom. And that's where I got that idea. I said, I got a yard in the back. And I miss her a lot. And she always loved the beautiful yards. And I used to ride around with her. She's like, oh, I want to make the house look like this. And I want to make the house look like that. And when you live on your own and you have your own bills, it's not possible to be able to take care of two houses. And she had her own house and she had her own money. But you know how things are. You get carried away with bills and other things. And you don't have time to really do sweet things like buy flowers and fix up things and stuff like that. And this time I made sure I put money to the side to be able to do this because it made me be able to mourn her instead of sitting at times during the day crying from time to time off and on. My mom passed away in 2017. And yes, I still cry every day because I miss her. Every morning when it's quiet, I have my conversations that I used to have with her on the phone. And I figured this was the best way for me to keep my mind off of it is to get up in the morning, dig in some dirt, plant new flowers. It says, thanks for the idea, being a way to honor my mother who passed away. Yes, it is the best way because it's constantly coming back every year. You take care of it. You keep it beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I even got a sign that says Lady's Garden. That was her nickname, was Lady, was her nickname. And I got a sign that said Lady's Garden with butterflies and things like that around it. And I went from there and just designed it with all kinds of pretty colors. And I got a white vinyl fence so the colors would pop off of it, and put all of her favorite flowers inside of it, and some flowers that I love myself. But I think it would it's a positive way to do that instead of drinking, saying smoking, or doing something negative. Do something positive that expresses your love for that person. It's I honestly, I don't do graves. I don't believe in going to grave sites. What's there? A bunch of other dead people. You know what I'm saying? I believe in doing something a little bit more meaningful in a place where this is where she worked her ass off for us for this house. You understand? She stood on the job for 35 years trying to make something that she could pass on to her children, which she did. And my job as a steward now of this property, which when my time is done, the next steward will be my daughter. And then after her time is done will be my granddaughter, to improve this place more and more and keep it up. And that's what I have been putting into my mind, instead of how most kids sit up there and sell their parents' property or whatever because they don't want the responsibility of it. Granted, I could be living wherever I wanted to, downtown in some little swanky little, cut off area, you know what I mean, enclosed little community. But I came back to the hood where my mama bought her house at, and I said, you know what? It's not about where you live, it's how you live. And everybody around here is like, you know what? This don't even look like it belong on this street. Well, I don't believe in going to other places, things that's already made pretty. I believe in this is where I was brought up at, and I believe in making this place look as nice as those places out there that everybody wants to go and live next to. You understand? I can make where I'm at the suburbs. I can make where I'm at Paris, where I'm at, you understand, Beijing, China, or whatever I want to do. I can make that right where I am. I have that enough of imagination to do that. And that's how you have to look at things. Okay, you don't have to go someplace else. Sometimes you can bring those things right to you, because like I was telling the girls over inside of the Empress Circle, that when I went to Paris was beautiful with the architecture, but it wasn't the Paris that I thought it would be in my mind. But when I came home from Paris, I said, I had more Paris up in my house than I realized. And I said, well, honey, Paris is wherever you are, because I did love being there. Don't get it twisted. It was just not as fancy in my mind. In my mind, I thought I was going to walk down streets and it was going to be bitches in the latest couture from Vogue, from all kind of places. And that's not what it was. I thought I was supposed to be seeing women with big fluffy boop-de-boo hats and glasses and shit, drinking fucking coffee outside outside at one of the cafes with their high heels. I didn't see none of that shit. This is regular motherfuckers in jeans. So I said, well, if I want that kind of look, I can do that here in my own house and invite my own girls and tell them, honey, it's floopy hat day. So get dressed up and come to my house and we all sit out in back and have some tea and crumpets. Okay. Anyway, it says pain there is. It says, what's the end? Oh, okay, Cynthia. The Empress Circle is on Wednesdays, where we come on and all of us talk about all kinds of things that's going on in the world, honey. We talk about anything that hits the brain, honey. We are not shady, all kind of different dramas that we watch, and we laugh and talk in a more in-depth way than we do on here, where I can hear you all talk to me back. When it's not just me talking and reading you all stuff. Okay. And it says, condolences that, the pain never eases of a parent leaving you. It doesn't. I thought it would, but it don't. It says the world is a better place when we all take part and making it beautiful wherever we are. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Desiree. You understand? And it's true. It really is. Like I said, I didn't want her work to go in vain. And I initially worked hard against those different companies, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the different her insurance companies and the hospitals, to make sure she got better so she could take this place back and I could go about my life. But unfortunately, it did not go that way that it was planned. And when she passed away, before she passed away, she said she wanted me and my daughter to take it. So At first, I was like, I don't want to be around this place. I do not like these people around here. This is not my type of thing. I stand out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? And something said, I could hear her say, bitch, I left you a building that you can do whatever fuck you want to with. You could you could take the roof off this motherfucker and half it and put a bedroom in the attic and a rooftop where you can walk out there with your gown and look around the city and shit like that. You can do whatever fuck you want to do with this. What is wrong with you? Put your spin on it and make it your own. And that's what's wrong with a lot of us black people. We want to move out into other people's areas instead of, why can't the hood be bad as hell? Why can't the hood have some cold ass houses? Huh? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Why can't the hood be clean and no garbage on it? And ain't nothing but us living here. See, this is how I talk to my neighbors. So hopefully I've inspired them to work on their shit too. Excuse me, it says it won't heal, but over time over time you can't breathe again. Happy Mother's Day. He's like, I would like to join. Also, girl, you gotta ask me, girl. Just go up to the top of my screen on my channel, on the channel page, and hit Discord. Hit the Discord group, and there's where you join it, honey, and come right on over. And that's anybody else who wants to hang out with us girls over there. Honey, we laugh, we talk, we have a good time. And sometimes we do Zoom every once in a while for different things that everybody wants to discuss. So I do hope that everybody will have an excellent holiday, you guys. And I will see everybody. I missed you all on Wednesday because so much shit was going on here. But finally, all that's over with, so I'm back to my normal life. So I hope everybody have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Please thumbs up this video so we can get some more MeiMeis, because all of you all thumbs up in those other videos, honey, got me some more subscribers, and we are getting there to the thousand subscriber mark. And what I want to do is something special for you. I will never ask you all to try to buy things for me and stuff like that, but I want to do something special for the MeiMeis again, and I'm trying to wait to see if we can get to that 1,000 mark again and things like that. So it says, I believe in ghetto fabulous verbs. I believe in ghetto fabulous verbs too, girl, because it can happen, honey. I know it's some mamas in the ghettos got some great ideas, and you can make it happen. Trust me. It says, I'm sorry, I'm late. I enjoy looking at all the videos. Thank you so much, Adine, Miss Davis. I really do appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And I will see everybody next Saturday. Take care, honeys. Bye, Wonder Womans.